was watching last. I mean, not a lot of sports on people, so you got to
Right.
be creative and and do what you do. It's amazing when sports is not on the calendar how I realize how much sports I watch, how that consumes me. I guess it makes sense, and that's what we do during the day. But anyway, ESPN. This is the 50th year of Title IX.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was interesting. I love the document. I was so locked in the document. I was flipping through and I saw Cheryl Swoops, who I met a couple times. We met out at the Final Four. She actually used to coach my niece at Loyola of Chicago in basketball. And I didn't realize that when she came out of school, they won the Final Four. I guess they compared her to, she was the Michael Jordan of women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And what caught my attention is when she was there, Michael called her. She went to do a camp, and Mike was there, and Michael called her and said, I want to make sure you at the camp tomorrow because I got something I want to do. So he played a one-on-one. And it's funny, Michael had his UNC, he just had Carolina shirt on, Carolina shorts on. Michael's all UNC. Anyway, but she was talking about, they stopped playing because Michael said, I didn't want to hurt her, so I just stopped. Cheryl said, no, I was giving him the business. That's why he stopped. But anyway, it went on to talk about, man, the 1996 national team, women's with Rebecca Lobo and Lisa Leslie and all. It was then a girl from, I remember her name from Mississippi, who was straight baller. I got to get her name, but she's she's the leader on the team. From a small town in Mississippi, then had McGee, Cheryl McGee was on there. Don Staley was on that team. They talked about Tubbs, who is the Tara, who's the coach of Stanford. They talked about how rough she was. If you watch that documentary, you'll learn a lot about a lot of people, a lot about women's basketball. But I had to stop. I thought it's really interesting. We're going forward with 50 years after Title IX and seeing all these things happening, and it's great. Then I think about what happened a few days ago,
Right,
with the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
I say, isn't this really interesting? So I had that thought, and we watched
went backwards.
I watched some where we're taking two steps forward, then we got to take 5 steps backwards. In my opinion, with this decision that was made by the Supreme Court a couple of days ago. So anyway, I just want you guys chime on it.
I gotta go back and check. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
On demand.
Yeah, it was really, really informative. I think part 3 and 4 is going to be tonight.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I got a chance to see Catch. Story about Tamika Catchings on SEC Network.
Oh, okay.
The other day. And that Tennessee Volunteers team and how she grew up. And I didn't realize her sister played for Illinois. And they went head to head in the NCAA tournament.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Wow.
I never knew that part either. But and how she she had a disability with hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't she was supposed to wear hearing aids, and at the age of, I think she was in the 2nd grade, she got tired of the kids teasing her, so she took them out.
Wow.
So she went through the rest of school just figuring it out. Right?
Wow.
And then finally, Coach Summit, during a practice once, because she was yelling, she was trying to get her to do stuff, and of course you can't see, because if you're not looking at the coach, you can't read your lips, can't see anything.
Right.
You can't see sign language.
Right,
over there.
right.
She said, look, if you're going to be the best player you can ever be, you're going to have to start wearing hearing aids again. And she was the only person to get her to put it back, to start back.
Oh, what a great story.
She was the only person to get her to start
Hey,
back.
let me tell you something. That story and the story behind some of the stuff I saw last night, it'll have you captivated for a long, long time. The girl I was talking about, her name is Ruthie Bolden, came back. She's from
Ruthie.
She's
Bolden.
Bolden. Yeah, she's in Lucedale, Mississippi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was straight balling. Good gracious. I mean, she was the real deal, man.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it with all the love in my heart.
Uh-oh.
She grew up playing in the dirt.
This shit.
The dirt.
And I think she said that, too.
Yeah, bro.
I think she said that.
Yeah, that's where they play basketball, on the clay courts.
Okay. Red dirt?
I would say the clay court. Yeah, I'll put it that way. I started saying that now. I tell people, I said, you play basketball on the clay courts? They go, you don't play basketball on clay courts. I said, depending on what part of the country you from.